Hello and welcome back to the second edition of a faceless British woman on the internet, bringing weirdo wrongdoers, deviant delinquents, and curious culprits to a neighbourhood near you. As this is being uploaded on a Saturday, I hope you've had a good week, and if you haven't, well, cheers to it being over. Today we're back on Citizen, a free app that does not sponsor me, but at this rate bloody well should, given my unpaid mentions of it, plus my whopping number of subscribers and gigantic attentive audience that I love very much. It is on this app where your local police blotters and fellow users report the goings-on about town. Burglaries, fires, assaults, rescues, you name it. You'll find it all there with a stream if anyone nearby is so inclined to record, and a handy timeline of events, punctuated with the best of the internet in the live chat. 9 times out of 10, you'll get the following types of reports. Woman assaulted, police activity, accident with injuries, person shot, person critically wounded, bicycle stolen, etc. That remaining 1 time out of 10 makes it into a video on the internet. So come, let us dive together into the underworld of Citizen, the sequel. Here's my wonderful folder of screenshots I've been accumulating. We're going to start at the first one. 325 people were notified of a, quote, exceptionally large raccoon in a backyard. At 4 o'clock in the morning, a push notification came to let them know about the large raccoon. How large does it have to be to make it to a push notification? What are they usually sized like? Beagles? So an exceptionally large raccoon needs to be German Shepherd or LeBron James? I don't get it. It was a big chungus, brought to you by the chat. This has to be a Karen who called this in. Probably was. Was this raccoon 6'3" and walking upright on 2 feet? That would have been worth a push notification at 4 AM. These kind of white people hipsters have zero chance of surviving anything for real. Yet, can you imagine being the adult that called the police on a large raccoon? Report of assault with back scratcher. What happened between these individuals that it led to the object of relaxation being used in a not-so-relaxing manner? You scratch my back, I'll smack you with the damn thing. SF Larry, that's a win. Report of man armed with knife and metal pole. Context is always missing on Citizen, if you couldn't tell already. Was he just walking around with a knife in one hand and a pole in the other? In case the knife didn't work out. Great, that guy's back! I can't tell if this comment is serious or joking, because it could very well be serious. It could very well be serious. Toyota Prius Burglarized. Oh yeah, I saved this because I really had a lot of compassion for the individual committing the burglary, because you gotta be real desperate to open up a Prius. What's going to be there except a driving manual that's never been read? Report of man stabbing bus stop seat. That is kind of terrifying. It would be unsettling to be a passenger on that bus. Crazies at it in full force, and someone else replies, where? Stabbing the bus stop seat, you idiot. Jesus Christ. Hey, f*** that bus seat up. Somebody has it in for public transport. Report of 2 people fighting with sticks. Let them continue, I say. In fact, set up some bleachers. That could be interesting. Nude man at fire station. He was just too hot. Firefighters have requested police to help them remove a nude man after they found him on a fire escape behind the fire station. And then 2 minutes later, the man was reportedly climbing onto the roof. Wow. Just wow, really. Can you imagine just chilling at your job and you look out onto the fire escape as you're having a biscuit and a coffee and there's a naked guy just chilling there, not wanting to leave? He trying to slide down that pole. That is a very strong possibility. Followed by, is he hot? You know, because if the 2 of those things work out, he's got a career. 2 men fighting, destroying property. Now this doesn't seem funny on first glance, but when you read the updates timeline, it's kind of interesting. Incidents reported at 9:14 AM, and police respond to a report of 2 men fighting. 2 minutes later, it says they were last seen walking. What, they're just walking together and slapping each other? Like, but they're going in the same direction, so they figure, well, let's just have a punch up, but let's not waste any time. We'll do it en route to where we're going. And then they're like, oh shit, what if we get seen? We need to finish this fight. So one of them decides to damage a security camera at the scene. So they were kind of helping each other out. It was a very productive fight. Police officers are responding to a report of a woman exposing herself. A 911 caller also reports that the woman is damaging bicycles and vehicles in the area, killing 3 birds with 1 stone. That's a productive lady. Somebody give her a job. Report of man brandishing sword at Panda Express. Because if there aren't men brandishing swords at Panda Express, I don't know why you're there. That guy looked like he had issues and was mad about something. That would be why he had a sword, you know? But, you know, that's just my logic. I don't know anything about sword brandishing. Taking cutting in line to a whole nother level. Didn't this happen before? Oh my god. Oh. A man is indecently exposing himself at Burger King at 10:30 in the morning. What will he do by lunch? Man attempting to punch passers-by. Clearly unsuccessful. He's clearly standing on the road, just swinging absolute misses. How bad at punching do you have to be unable to punch one person, and people just sort of walking around him like, watch out for that guy, just swinging? Very strange way to spend your afternoon. A Citizen user shows that police have detained a man who was sitting on a box in the middle of the street and refused to move. Well, it looks like they've detained him in the video, but they've left the box there. What a protest move, though. I'm just gonna put a box down and just sit here, and y'all are just gonna have to go around because I live here now. Must be a cat person. I like that. Vehicle burglar stopped by citizen with broom. Well, it is October. Jokes aside, this was missing some serious details, because the person used a broom, somehow, to stop the burglar, and had them waiting on scene for officers. Now, were they waiting because the broom was used in negotiation to get that person to calmly wait for officers? Or were they in a vulnerable position as a result of the broom? Because if that is, that person should be teaching a class on self-defense with a broom. Man attempting to enter closed business. Oh yeah, I saved this one because I thought they could have just said man trespassing. But for some reason they made it sound like it was okay. No, he was trespassing. Report of man armed with crochet needle. Number 1, it's a crochet hook. Okay, let's just get that ironed out. Number 2, men crocheting is a very small demographic. But what I can be sure about is they're fairly at peace with themselves, given social stigma around men taking up needlework crafts. So why has he armed himself with the crochet hook, and why does he deem it an effective weapon? I also love that people dropped hearts on this. Usually there's like an angry face in that corner, but this time people were they were feeling the love for the man armed with the crochet hook. How dear Lord got a like, but knitters with attitude didn't get a single one is very disappointing. I'm disappointed in humanity that people did not appreciate knitters. Absolute legendary play on words. Report of person armed with metal stick. Wouldn't that be a pole? Maybe I'm stupid. Please enlighten me if you are an expert in metal sticks. Police are responding to an unconfirmed report of 2 people in a wheelchair knocking each other over. The way this is written, it sounds like 2 people were sitting together in a wheelchair trying to push each other out of it. But I'm wondering if each person was in their own wheelchair and they were trying to kick each other's wheelchairs. And then it was important to note that one person was a 35-year-old man. Like, did somebody just yell, "How old are you?" And one guy in the middle of kicking the other guy's wheelchair or trying to push the guy out of his wheelchair just yelled that he was 35? Nothing to stream, just the wheelchair guy and his friend sitting there. Cops showed up and left. These 2 fight all the time. Oh my god, is it that pervert on the wheelchair? They seem to be regulars. It does sound like one guy in a wheelchair fighting with a guy not in a wheelchair, which was not relayed in the incident description. Bless the citizen chat. A 911 caller reported a woman is weaponizing a red broom. Could this be the person who fended off the car burglar? But I think it only works once. Shame. And in the Most San Francisco news you've ever seen. At the Ferry Building, in pre-COVID times, beautiful open marketplace with world-class restaurants, shops, wine tasting rooms, and artisanal foodstuffs, somebody had their Airpods snatched. And 15 people really commiserated with that person. It was a dark day in San Francisco. Lemur thief arrested after heist at zoo. So the way this played out, this guy Corey McGilloway stole $500 worth of groceries and a truck belonging to the county sanitary service. And then while they were investigating his phone, they found a photo of a lemur. I've got some pictures of strange animals on my phone I've saved. I don't know. People do that. But it raised the officers' suspicion. Did they really know they were looking for a lemur thief? Also, how did that guy steal the lemur and not get caught by cameras? And how did he transport the lemur out? That'll be the plot of Ocean's 536. And there's the lemur. That is the face of someone who's been a hostage for a minute. And that's it. That's the best of Citizen I've collected over the last couple months. If you enjoyed this wild romp through my tenderly cultivated garden of bohemian eccentrics and loony lawbreakers, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Lets me know you had a good time and that we shared a hearty chuckle together. New videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so please stay tuned for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!